Every now and then someone asks me, I want to start pipe smoking. Do you have any advice? And usually they expect a long answer. Which pipe to buy, which tobacco to start with, how to pack it, how to light it, how to keep it lit. All the little rules and rituals. So today, I figured I'd finally give a proper answer. Welcome to Coffee and a Pipe. I'm Eric. Sit down, take your time. This moment is ours. So, you want to learn to smoke a pipe? Don't. That's honestly the best advice I can give you. If you don't already know how to smoke a pipe, there's probably still hope for you. Now, usually after I say that, people laugh a little nervously and assume I'm joking. I am, mostly. But there's something strange that happens when people decide they want to learn pipe smoking. Suddenly, it becomes a science project. They start watching 6-hour-long videos from men named Gregory, who look like they store antique maps in their basement. What shape pipe should I buy? What tobacco should I start with? What's the correct packing method? How many matches should I use? How often should I tamp? Friend, you're trying to burn leaves in a wooden pipe. Relax. Somehow, pipe smoking became one of those hobbies where people convince themselves they need a certification program before they're allowed to enjoy it. But the truth is, most of it is instinct, or at least it should be. Take the pipe itself. People will tell you about bowl geometry, airflow engineering, chamber width, briar grain orientation, and probably the emotional backstory of a tree that died in southern Italy sometime during the Nixon administration. And sure, some of that matters, eventually, but not at first. At first, the right pipe is usually just the one that feels right when you pick it up. That's it. You walk into a shop or scroll online, and one of them quietly says, "Yeah, me." You pick it up again. You keep looking at it. You imagine smoking it with coffee on a quiet morning while the world leaves you alone for 30 minutes. That's probably your pipe. Not because of engineering, because of feeling. And pipe smokers hate hearing that because we enjoy making things complicated. Same thing with tobacco. People describe pipe tobacco like they're reviewing wine during a thunderstorm in 1847. This blend opens with notes of hay, dark fruit, cedar, old leather, toasted walnut, and a memory of your grandfather repairing a fence. Meanwhile, the new pipe smoker lights it once and says, "Smells like raisins." And honestly, that's fine. You don't need a refined tobacco palate to enjoy a pipe. You just need to notice whether you enjoy the smell, the taste, and the moment itself. That's all. If you like it, smoke it again. If you don't, buy something else. Humanity survived thousands of years without a tobacco-tasting wheel. Then comes the great mystery that terrifies every beginner: packing the pipe. Now, if you search online, you'll discover 17 different methods demonstrated by serious men with extremely calm voices. The 3-layer method, the air pocket method, the Frank method, the delayed gravitational Scandinavian reverse compression method probably exists somewhere too. And after all that, you know what most experienced pipe smokers do? They put tobacco in the pipe. That's it. Not too tight, not too loose. You want some airflow. Honestly, my first time smoking a pipe went surprisingly well. I'd seen people do it before, so I just copied them. Tobacco in the pipe. Light it. Tamp it a little. Light it again. Then sit down and smoke. That was pretty much the entire strategy. The only confusing part was that the pipe kept going out, which at the time felt deeply personal. I didn't really understand tamping yet, or when to tamp and relight. But somewhere along the way, your hands just start figuring it out. You stop overthinking every little step, and before long, the whole thing starts feeling natural. Pipe smoking is one of those things where the harder you try to control every detail, the worse it becomes. A pipe is not a tiny steam engine. You're not launching a submarine. You're sitting in a chair. Now, eventually comes the lighting. This is another moment where beginners panic. The flame touches the tobacco. The pipe goes out. They relight it. It goes out again. Then they assume they've failed somehow. No, that's just pipe smoking. Pipes go out, sometimes constantly. Some pipes behave like loyal old friends. Others act like offended Victorian gentlemen. You relight them. You tamp a little. You keep going. No drama. Honestly, one of the biggest secrets to pipe smoking is realizing nothing catastrophic happens when the pipe goes out. You simply light it again and continue your day like a civilized human being. And maybe that's the real lesson underneath all of this. Pipe smoking only becomes enjoyable when you stop treating it like a problem that needs solving. The people who struggle the most are usually trying too hard to do everything perfectly. Perfect cadence, perfect packing, perfect lighting, perfect technique. Meanwhile, the old-timer sitting quietly on his porch with a chipped coffee mug and a half-crooked pipe is having the better smoke because he stopped fighting it years ago. That's why I say, don't start. Not because pipe smoking is bad, but because if you need every detail explained before you even begin, you might miss the entire point of it. A pipe is one of the few things left in life that refuses to be rushed. You sit down, you light it, maybe it goes out. You light it again. The coffee gets colder, the room gets quieter. Your thoughts slow down a little, and eventually you realize the pipe was never really the important part. The important part was the permission to stop hurrying for a while. So if you do decide to start pipe smoking, don't worry so much about doing it perfectly. Choose the pipe that feels right. Smoke the tobacco you enjoy. Take your time learning it naturally. And above all else, take your time. This moment is yours.